Welcome to Garden Treasures, a video series featuring fresh produce locally grown at our own micro-urban farm, the Miramar Community Garden. We will take you to local restaurants, highlight prominent chefs, introduce you to farmers and other experts who are inspired by local ingredients and understand the importance of sustainable agriculture. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Maggie McCauley with Wholehearted Parenting, and this is a new series in the Garden Treasures. Could your child identify peppers or kale or spinach or any of the vegetables that are growing here?
What's that?
A pineapple!
Yes!
Ooh, squiggly. It's a sun plant. It's a sunflower.
Where does your child think food comes from? Does it come from the grocery store on a styrofoam tray wrapped in plastic wrap, or does it come from someplace like this?
It's an eggplant. It's a silver eggplant. That's twisting. And then very good.
When was the last time your child played in the dirt and dug a hole and planted a plant? When was the last time he smelled the beautiful fragrance from spearmint or from other growing plants? The Miramar Community Garden actually is a learning lab. So all of the volunteers who come here are learning about composting, they're learning about planting, and how to grow fruits and vegetables here in South Florida. You can come here and learn all you need to know about gardening and then take it home and teach your kids. Because gardening with your children is just such a unifier for your family.
This is such a great time for he and I together. He learns so much about plants and about Mother Nature and reusing things to make new things grow.
The beautiful thing about gardening is that it's multi-sensory. It involves what you see, what you feel and touch, and what you can smell, and ultimately what you can taste.
He's very into the compost and making sure that it has enough moisture. He has really started to understand insects and how they work in the garden, how the spiders eat the bad bugs. And he grows flowers to help bring butterflies and ladybugs to the garden.
Our communities today are very different from the communities in which we grew up. There are many more gated communities. We tend to drive more than we walk from one place to another. And the area in which our kids roam or play freely, in which they have unstructured play and unsupervised play, has gotten very, very small. So gardening with your children is a wonderful way to get your children outside and to reconnect with nature. Gardening can be very, very simple, whether you have a yard or you live in an apartment or a condo. You can plant a garden in almost anything, from these terrific bags that they use here at the Miramar Community Garden, to clay pots, to even a plastic container. You can even take a bucket that you get at a local store. As long as you drill holes in the bottom of it so that it has drainage, you can use it to plant fruits and vegetables. So you can make it very simple, and you can go as far as having a raised bed garden if you have a little bit of land to plant on. There's a lot of learning that can take place for everyone in your family when you garden together.
He's really putting a lot together here. He's gotten much better with his counting, his colors. The garden just offers so much variety. It's a learning environment that's fun, and so he doesn't even realize how much he's learning. I've enjoyed it. And plus, we get to harvest and take stuff home to cook. How many eggplants do we have? What about the one in your hand? And how many all together?
2.
Count them.
1, 2, 3.
3 eggplants. That's a lot of eggplants.
In the Redirecting Children's Behavior course, we talk about the 6 needs that children have. We all have these 6 needs, and children are kind of wired to get these needs met. When they're getting these needs met in healthy and appropriate ways, they tend to act out much less, so they misbehave. much less because they're encouraged. And the same applies for us. When we're getting our needs met, we feel great. And we tend to have a lot more creativity in our problem solving, a lot more flexibility in our relationships with people. The same is true for our kids. So the 6 needs that we all have are to feel love and give love, to feel special, to feel valuable, to experiment and explore, to feel powerful or influential, and to belong. Kids can get all those needs met through gardening.
I dig the hole in the plant.
How powerful they're going to feel and influential when they have planted seeds and they see those seeds grow and produce fruit and vegetables.
We're planting stuff in the floor, and these green things are like, it's thousands of seeds in there, and when we put water on it, it's going to grow from there. It was good. Actually, everything. They're making food so we can like do something with it.
How valuable they're going to feel when they talk to their friends at school and say, man, you should see these tomatoes that I've been growing. Or when they see their plates at the dinner table full of fruits and vegetables that they've grown themselves.
We dig the hole and we put the newspaper in, we covered it up, and we patted it down.
They're going to tend a garden, which means they give loving care to the plants and to their garden. So they get to give love, and they see the results of that.
It was excellent. I loved doing the planting.
So all the needs that we have and all the needs that your kids have can be met through gardening together, and it's a huge unifier for the entire family, because your family is where kids learn to be on a team. That's their first experience of team, and that is where the whole issue of belonging comes in. So when you garden with your kids, you get to meet all these needs and how they're going to experience that feeling of belonging. It's terrific. There are 2 really big issues with kids today. One of them is children's health, and that includes how much exercise they're getting and their weight. The other big issue is kids being outdoors. Research is showing that kids are spending over 40 hours indoors doing stuff. Most of it is using electronic devices. The average amount of time that a child is spending outdoors, particularly in unstructured play, is 40 minutes a week.
I think they're really doing their children a disservice, especially living in southern Florida. There's so much out here to see and do. On a rainy day, he gets to watch a little bit of TV, but other than that, it's just so much to explore and experience. And I think they learn more from being in the outdoors.
We need to get our kids outdoors for their health, and also because they are the stewards of our earth. They are the next generation to care for our earth. If they're not involved with it, if they don't know what it's all about, if they don't have their hands in it, they're not going to feel comfortable being stewards, and they're not going to care about caring for the earth. It's very important that we get our kids outdoors.
What he's trying to do is help the earth be a better place. So we save the water, pick all the trash up so we can put it in garbage. We're trying to save the earth.
So I hope you've enjoyed this new series, the Garden Treasure series on children and gardening together as a family. Thank you very much for being with us today. Please get your kids out. Please plant a few plants, even if it's just in a little teeny pot in your windowsill where you can grow some herbs for your kitchen. You'll enjoy it. So thanks for being with us. Bye for now.
Mm-hmm.